Hi guys, it's Stephanie from BarBend.com, and today I'm here in the BarBend test kitchen talking about one of the more popular home meal delivery services, Plated. We're going to take you through the whole process, everything from unboxing, checking out the freshness of the produce and the ingredients, cooking it up to talk about taste, and we're going to cover nutrition too. If you're an athlete, you're mindful about what you eat, maybe you're looking to shed a few pounds, or you're really interested in clean eating, we're going to cover all of those topics for you today. So let's dive in. If you're interested in checking out our top picks, you can Google BarBend plus best home meal delivery services and see what we have listed there. A little bit of overview about Plated. They were founded in 2012 by two Harvard Business School classmates. They actually earned an invite onto Shark Tank where they struck a six-figure deal with Mark Cuban. That deal later fell through, but it didn't stop Plated from reaching great success. They were acquired by Albertsons in 2018 for $200 million. So we're pretty excited with this, hype around the company to check them out. So let's talk about the delivery and unpackaging process. So our Plated box showed up at the door looking just like this, nothing concerning, in really good shape. I love that they have this bright logo on the front, so I knew it was waiting for me, which was exciting. So we dug in, and the vacuum sealed meat packages were impressive, and they were kept cold by cold packs and separate from other fresh ingredients. Both of the meals were packed in separate bags, so there wasn't any confusion around wondering what went where. I didn't have ingredients all over the box that I had to separate, so that was great. We have to give a big shout out to Plated. We actually made a mistake and left a piece of chicken at the bottom of the box. We didn't find it until the next day when we were breaking it down, and there was absolutely no odor, nothing was leaking, so way to go, Plated. Also, something to note, everything from the box to all of the packing materials inside, including the ice packs, are 100% recyclable, so we're giving Plated great marks for that. All right guys, so we don't have a recipe without a recipe card, and Plated does an awesome job of supplying these really brightly colored recipe cards. On the front, you get a finished copy, full color picture of your finished dish, and on the flip side, you have step-by-step instructions, also with pictures included, around everything you're going to experience in the prep and cooking process. So in our box today, we got sun-dried tomato chicken with farro and Parmesan, and a seared steak with cherry tomato vinaigrette. So let's talk about what Plated included in both of our recipes. So the steak, we got green beans, red skin potatoes, parsley, shallot, cherry tomatoes, sherry vinegar, two really nice pieces of steak, Parmesan cheese, and some sea salt. And they also let you know ingredients that you need to have on hand. In this particular recipe called for olive oil, salt, pepper, a medium pot, and two 10-inch pans. So they make it really easy for you. In the sun-dried tomato with chicken and farro and Parmesan, we got two nicely portioned chicken breasts, baby spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, garlic, farro, butter, white wine, and Parmesan cheese. And similarly to the steak recipe, we needed our own olive oil, salt and pepper, a pot, and a pan. So let's tackle the topic of taste. Starting with the chicken dish, I really enjoyed the farro. It makes the dish feel really hearty, and the spinach mixed in there really brightens it up quite a bit. The tomato paste on the chicken added a nice zing, and kind of, chicken can get a little bland and boring. This wasn't at all. I think you'll really enjoy it. For me though, the steak dish was the standout. The potatoes were super creamy with that little bit of olive oil and Parmesan cheese, and the green beans were snappy and bright. The steak was amazing, and the tomato vinaigrette was refreshing and a little bit tangy. So I'm a pretty clean eater, maybe even a bit on the finicky side, and both of these dishes really served my taste well. I could taste the fresh ingredients. Nothing was overwhelming in terms of sauce or saltiness. I could taste each ingredient, so it felt like a clean eating meal. So if you're an athlete or a clean eater, I would recommend both of these dishes. Okay, so let's chat a little bit about the nutritional aspect of both of these dishes. I liked that Plated listed the calories for both meals at the bottom of the card. However, they left off the macro sets, which as an athlete can be pretty important. They do, however, have an app that you can download onto your phone pretty easily, and although I had to do a little bit of extra work going in and finding the dishes to identify macros, they do list them. So let's start with the chicken dish. It came in at 670 calories with 33 grams of fat, 43 total carbs, and 43 grams of protein. With this dish, I really felt like the serving sizes and the macro sets matched up really well, so they're probably a fairly reliable source when you are planning your meals and you just want to look at the nutrition. Don't have to worry about weighing or measuring or getting huge portion sizes that you feel don't really match up with the information they've given you. For the steak dish, that came in a little bit lower at 570 calories. The total fat grams were 30, carbs were 43, and protein was 35. So all around, for a 2-serving meal, I think if you're looking for a hearty, filling meal where your macros are gonna be pretty level, I think that Plated did a really good job with both of these dishes. Okay, let's talk about Plated's pricing. We ordered 2 different meals with 2 servings each. So we had 2 nights of food, and that came in at $11.95 a serving. We felt like that was really fair, especially where the steak dish was concerned. If you head out to a restaurant, you're probably gonna pay at least that, maybe a little bit more. Both of the meals were super tasty, super filling, and they fed 2 people with no problem. Something to note is that if you want more servings or more nights, the price tends to drop a little bit from there, so that's a nice thing. They also offer free shipping on any order over $60. So that might be something to take into consideration when you're ordering. If you fall below that $60 mark, you're gonna have to pay your own shipping, otherwise it's free. So let's talk about Plated in terms of weight loss. Are they any good for a plan like that? I kind of feel like they were. They offer a ton of new choices each week, and they also make customizing your own options really easy. They have paleo, vegetarian, low carb, low calorie options, which I think is great. Also, the portion sizes in our box fit really well with the macros that they gave us. So we're really happy. If you're following a weight loss plan, Plated might be a great option for you. Okay guys, let's talk about Plated pros and cons. We'll start with the pros because those are super easy. The packaging was really well done, 100% recyclable, and all of our ingredients were packaged very well. Everything was fresh, the meat looked awesome, so we were pleased from the get-go. Also, we got exactly what the recipe card showed us, and the meals were super tasty and really filling. They also do a great job with the number of options that they offer each week. So if you're a clean eater, if you're an athlete, a mindful eater, somebody looking to lose weight, Plated's probably a really good option for you. Also, the app was a super nice touch. Moving on to cons, I wasn't super pumped about the fact that the macro information wasn't listed on the recipe card, which would have made it a lot easier. It is available on the app, which was also easy to use, but I did have to take a little bit of extra time to dig for it. They also didn't really get down to the nitty-gritty nutrition stuff. I couldn't find information on vitamins and minerals, sodium, which is another thing that I try to be mindful about. None of that information was there, and we really would have liked it. Also, we thought Plated was reasonably priced, but it's not the lowest price. So just something to think about, but overall, a fair experience. All right, guys, that's a wrap on our Plated review. Overall, we were super happy with our experience. We think that if you're an athlete, somebody who's really mindful about eating, maybe trying to shed a few pounds, they have a lot of options for you, so totally worth checking out. If you're interested in learning more about our top picks, you can Google BarBend plus best home meal delivery reviews, and if you have further questions, leave a comment below.